Shalom, family. Glory be to God and blessed be the Lamb. And may the evening find you at peace. Whatever you're worried about, it'll be there when you wake up. Give it a rest. It ain't going nowhere when you insist on peace. It'll just be there when you wake up. One thing I've learned, you have to even give the bullshit in your life its space. Okay? You just must learn how to do these things. Otherwise, I'm not racist. I'm going to give you a short history lesson. A short history lesson for everyone within earshot, and that's the whole world. Even the heavens hear me. And God, I'm pretty sure He already had His eyes on me, because He understands, nigga. You've been just next to a foul mood the last couple of days. Watch your mouth. Don't make me have to rein you in, because He will rein my ass in. Believe that. He's done it several brothers of the LGBTQ community, because they're sensitive, very thin-skinned, very thin-skinned. But I figure if I gave you a history lesson, again, everything has a pathology, and you have evolved, if that's the proper word, in someone else's land, under someone else's pretenses, under somebody else's understanding of life. So we're going to start there. And who had the power to do all of this? We don't have to go back far. There. If I was to surmise it, I would say this guy over here, when it comes to the black man, will not tolerate the black man unless he is emasculated or outright. How do I talk in 2025? If to use the word gay, okay? Because I don't want no drive-bys or nothing. But I got to make you understand, because this is out of love. This is out of love. If I don't tell you these things, then God will be asking me, why didn't you tell them? A contradiction and that's the wrong word, a sociological phenomenon. When it comes, hey, I'm going to keep it clean. Oh, but stay ready. Stay ready. From the beginning, all the way up until now. So what I was about to say, if I were to surmise this, I would say, and white people don't get mad, but it's just time to face the music about so much shit. We don't have time. Either you're going to hell or you're going to heaven. Either you're going to fight on the side to, at all costs, avoid doing that and to choose my words carefully. So like what you thought, I got lost. Is gay okay? Or do I have to use LGBTQ? Because I used to stutter. And that's going to be a problem for me throughout this conversation. I'm not making that up. There was a time that I couldn't string 4 words together. And they used to laugh at me. But they never really, yes, they did. And they teased the shit out of me about it. These niggas was not that nice. Well, anyway, without therapy, God removed the rocks out of my mouth, and we have arrived here now. Let me finish what I was saying. This man will not tolerate this man unless he is emasculated or gay. That's the facts. Exhibit A. Do I have to prove it? Do I have to prove it because I can go way back? You're gonna have to take it prima facie. It's a fact. Oh, they was writing books about the shit, man. I read a couple of them. The way that they would describe you. Like, what the hell? I'm watching these guys here because, I mean, this is more than just a description. It's the choice of words. Anyway, one of the first things that happened is that you were sexualized, not by you versus him, but him seeing you and comparing his physique. Oh, we going now. His stamina and this notion of needed emasculation of the black man. Let's stay right there. Just a moment. The needed weakness of the black man. The ability to control his both his psyche, his perspective, and his physique. It started way back, and you hadn't done nothing to him but get dragged over here, beat the hell up, and other things. They did some unmentionables, and I'm gonna be respecting them. Remains to this day. To this day, this is one of the reasons that I call you slaves and masters, because I see the relationship. I see the relationship. What do you want me to say? I mean, master say. Really, what you want me? I mean, you really just want me to you want me to respect the labels like you give yourself accountant, lawyer, principal, president. Well, I'm not going to do that. I'm just simply not going to do that unless it's But anyway, let's get back on the beaten path here and this needed weakness that white supremacy needs in order to maintain itself. Let's move forward to 1969 through 1975. Now, this is something that I can bear witness to. At least once a month, I'm telling you, man, they use psychological. Man, listen here, dude. These people will send out agents to the homes of black people here. Because by this time, at this time as hell, I'd be lazy too. Nigga, didn't we just get out the field? And now you telling me I got to go back in the field for little pieces of paper in order to not be in the field. Say, man, what kind of games are you running here? What kind of games are you running? Anyway, this needed weakness. Gentlemen, you do understand that you are the product of everything that you have experienced. That would hold true and natural up until now. What makes it unnatural now is the research. Okay, bring your ass out into the light and with understanding and see what it is. So now, anyway, this need is psychological, or shall I say psychosexual. Psychosexual. I mean, I'm gonna try to keep this straight because I don't want to. Well, screw it. Wherever it go, psychosexual. It is too late. I've already crossed the Rubicon. We may as well keep following. If human, then you cannot possibly be human, and that makes you an animal that they have domesticated. So I ask again, who sleeps with the farm animals? Don't get mad at me, people. Don't get mad at me because I'm going somewhere with it. Okay? Now, back to what I was saying about 69 through 73. See, you think that I'm going to get lost in my own conversation and soup. No, no. Anyway, by 1973, I used to live in a house with, okay? The hierarchy for us, Hebrew, is God, man, woman. Look at it from that perspective. And they did this by law. And they even came at least once every 3 months to inspect. But not just for men. You better not even have a damn toaster. You better not, man. The word went out that the people was in the neighborhood. People went to hide and shit. For manual labor, they had a value because when folks had watched them work in the field and they knew that they were hard workers and they could handle it. And that's when the other folks started screaming, up to and including the Irish. I may or may not get to them boys down. But I'm so far off the beaten path. But you boys better be quiet too, because you have a story too. Damn Irish. Bunch of damned. Anyway. So if this is the case, that this exists, no, but he know. He knows. Man, I have to watch my mouth. I don't have to, but I'm going to. Gentlemen, so again, if they remove the man, then they also have removed masculinity. That leaves you no choice but to, it's not even a choice, it's just natural at this point when there ain't no men there, then you bond with your mothers. Not to mention, I just want you to know, gentlemen, now, they have removed masculinity. That was in 73, 74, and 75. I think they stopped it in right before 1980. And they were serious. When I tell you people went to hide and shit, and men, man, listen here, men knew, nigga, don't get caught inside that woman's house. Everything changes. Everything changes for the both of you. For the both of you. Now, let's spring forward a couple of decades, more than a couple of decades, several decades, as in fall backwards blindly into somebody's arms. I'm never going to do it, friend or not. Do you know what happens if he moves? I could crack my skull. I'm not doing that, and I shouldn't have to. Then they went to look at, man, listen, they always look for the smart amongst you first. You stand out. You stand out about the 5th grade. You are the one that's always raising your damn hand. Keep your damn hand down. You let the other kids answer these goddamn questions. The teacher staff is overwhelmingly white and female. Overwhelmingly. The 2 male teachers there were both black. One of the teachers had won awards. His students were always twice as smart as all of the students that was on grade level with them. Who would get rid of him? Yet there they were. They wanted him gone. They wanted him gone so bad that they were in and teaching these boys in his own style, whatever it was, that advanced them beyond every other teacher in there at grade level. That's a fact. Anyway, social conditioning. You are a child. You are a child. I gotta move fast. You are a child. You know absolutely nothing. You 2 years old, 3 years old, 4 years old, 5 years old. Know nothing. It can be able to convince the parents to accept their lifestyle. Secondly, they also understood that they would never have the political power to do what they want to. They ended up doing what they want to anyway. They got beat up a few times in the fucking process, but for the most part, they did it. They did it. But that's neither here or there. That's got nothing to do with us. We are in a, for, for the purposes of argument. That's it. Because I can pull up instance after instance after instance. See, I don't want to make nobody mad, but I want to have fun too. And I want to have fun talking about some detrimental shit that just look just crazy. Listen, I'm gonna say it anyway. No, well, now, man, I'm tussling with it now. Now I'm tussling with it because somewhere somebody is gonna get mad. Anyway, social conditioning. And they must reinforce this over and over and over again. And they will do anything to maintain their dominance, even when they are a minority. Sorry, white folks, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about white supremacy. Half of y'all don't like them. I speak on your behalf. You know they nuts. They straight effing nuts. They done drank too much Kool-Aid, too much time at the ice house, way too much time at the ice house. And well, with all that shit there being said about the social conditioning and the indoctrination, let me, again, I want you to understand. So allow me to offer you an example. A man comes to me in the morning, knocks on the door. He has his little boy with him, handsome little boy. I love to have him myself, sir. How old is he? 3. Oh, beautiful. Well, that's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for. May I come in? You and the boy? Because he sure is handsome. Oh, I don't. So I just love children, and no is part of the package. He gonna be a bright and handsome man. He'll also be a killer. Now, my clients, my clients have offered you a prime package here. You get a lump sum, and we pay you yearly all the way up to his 18th birthday. We don't want to see him until his 18th. Sir, this is harsh. What will the child thinks? Don't worry about what the child thinks. Okay. How much we talking about? Enough. I ain't doing nothing wrong. Yes, I am. Morally. There's no law against me regularly. Oh, okay. In due time. And there is a methodology, but I don't have a lot of time here. There is a method, as long as you don't interfere, I promise you, I can deliver what you ask for. I can deliver it. And not only that, he will only know you. He's not going to know me at some point because around 14 or 15, he will never see my face. You are. You also think that you are your body. Okay, my nigga? You are what someone else wants you to be, and you also think that you are your body, your image. I can assure you that we are interested in neither one. In neither one. So how does your enemy? You don't call it an enemy. I'm sure you don't. And this is where you get dicey, because this is why I started using terms like African American to differentiate on a social level these opportunities if they weren't so masculine. We seen it. And then they went to teaching it in the schools. Who has the right to ask you about your sexuality at 7 years old? And why would they want to know? Why is it their business? Why? All I'm saying is consider, would you ask your child that? Well, then again, that could be pure speculation, but it's not rhetoric. This is what was going on. they were socially engineering a whole generation of young men, both black and white, and any as a journalist. Some people say, okay, I see we're not getting past that. Some people say, does he have the right to do this? He has a license. Oh, a whole news channel. Sorry, Fox. Slight jab. Slight jab. Some people say. It's one of the reasons I stopped watching y'all ass. You're right leaning and you believe in some people saying shit. You don't even have to know their name, apparently. They can just walk up. Yeah, apparently more than two. Anyway, gentlemen, you have you. The spiritual world openly attacks you every day. Every day. Anyway, what is the significance of red? Does it represent blood? I mean, I actually do want to know because I don't know. I don't know. At any rate, so don't get upset when I differentiate that kind of behavior as being African American. Now, here's what I mean when I use that term. How much time I got? Because I got to wrap this. Had admonished them. Hold on. I'm not going where you think. Because of this, they took on the ways and mores and values and gods, or a god other than the god from these other cultures when they started to taking them as concubines, husbands, wives, and having families over time. Okay, this caused a lot of angst within the house of Israel because Israel was now drifting, not only drifting away in segments, but also to bring in other direct phone connection with God. God talked to them, and they came back and they say, this is what God said. This particular person, who would later become king, felt like the tribe of Levi had more power than the king because of this special status that they were believing in. They have an internecine war. They split. Now you have the house of Israel and the house of Judah. The house of Israel as well are the tribes that willfully up to this, and the sky is the limit as to how far he's willing to go to get this done. Have you ever noticed in the black community who has enough food? I'm not doing that. It ain't time yet. It ain't time yet. But anyway, you can see it, especially in this city, if we just be honest. If we just be honest. And what has it brought us? Us. And let me ask this question while we're at it. You just gonna have to get mad. They're gods. So you have a decision to make. But to show everybody, don't do this one. Show everybody thousands in red dresses. And stop saying they were just some young niggas. No. Some of these niggas was 40, 50 years old with gray and beards and bald heads. And bald heads. And then some of these niggas, if you were to say something about it, they gonna want to beat you up. Now look at you. You made me shoot you. I wasn't even gonna really shoot you, but now it went too far. None of this stuff is of you. This is all European. All of it. All of it. You've been indoctrinated. What we used to call brainwashed. Brainwashed. And now, let me ask you this. If you are Israel or a Christian, let me ask you this. Because you are in Israel, as to if you practice Christianity or not, who knows? Let me ask you this. Why would God, that you say that you were God, turn around and create the very same abomination that he's already said that he's going to destroy. I guess it's for his own personal entertainment. You see how it makes no sense? It makes no sense. You've been under attack. Now that leaves me 10 minutes. Let's get to the spiritual aspect of this. This is where she get dicey sometime. Everything at this point is spiritual. All of it of him as nothing more than a mockery. We laugh at it. It's not even insulting. Now imagine a God that has decided to put on the head of a bull and then put on the breast of a woman. I don't know about them hips. and then put on a skirt and then sit gap-legged, okay? And then, hold up, don't cover his feet, but he don't have to because he got cloven hooves. Hooves. You see how confused? You already understand that you've been spiritually attacked completely by the board. You lost that fight. They won. I mean, it wasn't even close. It wasn't even close. They had no casualties. They killed every one of you, pretty much. And they had no casualties. Once again, the Borg wins. They always win, though. They always win. But they used a certain strategy that they always use. But the tactics may change from species. I'm even holding the Bible. Who would shoot a man packing the Bible? Now stop it. You need to control yourself. Shit. You need to control yourself. But what if the tactic was when it comes to you because of how you have been cultured vis-a-vis men and women and how you relate to each other and the structures that had been built up around. Who I'm saying a lot of words, hurry up, Daryl, how you relate to each other. What if I said that they bore you and me, you and me. And they also understand that you're not going to want to fight. They don't have to worry about you. They won't be counting you as a threat to them. And and all the while, you still gonna be black. You are not gonna get away because you're black and something else. No, they're gonna kill you. They're gonna kill you. So what's it gonna be anyway, man? I didn't run out of time, but I want to talk to you further because I am Source, I am 7, I am 1.